everyone, I'm back to Vision here. Now I am gonna talk about the best way of life that I ever seen on the, let's just say, a kind of internet or whatever that we can search anything with on that thing. I just say like an internet, right? So the best way of life I ever think is optimism, nihilism. I don't like to tell you what really is about optimism and nihilism, but I'm gonna say what I really feels when I know about that stuff. So this is kind of like if you optimistic to do something that you really like and hope that that's gonna work out in your life, but you don't really hope that's 100% works. You don't really hope that. You basically just do what you like, that's on, and be optimist that what you do that's gonna work out, and you will be feeling good no matter what happens, because everything that happens in your life, no matter how on the bottom or middle or top of your career or whatever. Because we cannot predict really what happened with our lives. Maybe now we are, everything will pass. If you're really happy this time, maybe tomorrow you will be sad, and or maybe if you can't even do a single smile on this day, but tomorrow you can smile whole day. No one knows that. It really happens to me too. So if you ask me about the mood swing, how to prevent that, don't prevent that. That's not enough. You will never know how to prevent it. I don't know how to prevent that, but that just goes on. If you're not sad, you don't have any friends physically, but I really like to talk about that because I really make videos about be proud of yourself if you have zero friends, because that means you have more values than them. You can do still more. You still can do positive things on this life, on this past positive impact to anyone else, especially for yourself. That's how optimism, nihilism is gonna works. I'm sorry if you don't understand what I mean, but I hope you understand if you search more about optimism, nihilism. That I think that's the best way of life, because we cannot predict the future. We cannot think that everyone today is happy, that tomorrow will happy again. We don't know our friends that maybe become our enemy tomorrow or years later, or we don't know our the people that we don't like, but tomorrow we will be really like him or her, or really almost think about the people all day that's before that we don't really like to talk to them. So this video is not going to be so long video, but my conclusion is just be optimistic, nihilism. Don't really need to smile if you are sad, or you search for something that makes you happy, or just do what you like. Unless that's positive things, and don't give you negative things. Just keep the positive thing, whatever. If you like to do the workout, just workout. If you like to reading, just reading. If you like to write, just writing. If you like to study more about philosophy of life, just search. If you have a book about that, just read. Unless that's positive things, just do it. Because we can't predict that. Seriously, if you are smile this, like you see me, I smile like this. I don't really like to smile this time, but I'm gonna smile for all of you to do the optimism, nihilism way of life. just search that on internet. Many people talks about that, and I don't really think that's many people do about that. But and I don't really think that's my videos, these videos about optimism nihilism with will be recommended on your, you know, YouTube algorithm or whatever you call it, because no, because countless, because it's can count with fingers how many search about. I mean, it's really it's really little people's that not really much that search about this one about optimism nihilism. That's and I really hope that all of you know about that and do that on your whole life. So if you are not really like to quit from social media, just do it. Just if you but that doesn't mean you optimism nihilism. That means you are kind of toxic nihilism. No, that's like a combination of that two words, optimism and nihilism. You're optimistic for what you want to do, but at the same time you don't really like, you don't, you know, pretend that's gonna really works and you are will be succeed or whatever, because we cannot predict anything that's really gonna happen next time, this day or tomorrow or next month or whole years later. You don't know what happened. If you were, we don't know what happened if you were, you know, it's pandemic time. Like I'm just do anything alone. I mean, I have family, but I have not interact many interaction with people, and but I still do positive things. I work out, I learning, I studying, I you know what's the difference between learning and studying, and watching something positive on YouTube and just kind of 10 seconds on social media. You know what you really do on social media if you do that only 10 seconds. You can imagine what you just open the apps and close it again maybe, or maybe I open it more than for hours, because that's important thing to do on, you know, school assessment or assignment, whatever you call it. But I still recommend it to you to still do Nofap because it's full of positive vibes, man. I sure if you were found some videos about someone that's quit Nofap and says that's not gonna work out, I suggest you, I don't really want you to follow my words, but I suggest you not to follow them. They quit Nofap because I don't even really watch about their videos, but I really suggest you all of you that don't follow to quit Nofap. No, that's full positive vibes. That's maybe you are feel mood swing or feel want to relapse because you feel nothing change. But that's time. That's how life works. That doesn't mean you are do Nofap for 1 year. That means you are become self. Not really. I have a friend, or I cannot say cousin or friend. I don't really want to talk about that publicly. That that just, but you can see that not everyone do, you know, opposite from Nofap. That means they are have positive habits. No, my brother not never intentionally do Nofap, but he still can wake up on 4 a.m. He still can wake up on the early morning and running on the fields to aka workout, but he never intentionally do Nofap. And there is someone too that's never fapping, or yes, opposite from Nofap, but all he do the whole days is just, you know, playing games or whatever. Of course, if you play games or whatever, you will not have negative thoughts. That's the opposite from Nofap. And that means that don't use Nofap is just media, man. Just media to do something positive. That's not kind of magic or sorcerer that's give you successful life. No, that doesn't mean like that. I'm honestly I think about that at that before these days too. Back in the day, I think that Nofap is kind of like magic that will change your life. Not really like that. But you use that as the positive thing to do more positive things again. That's just like to quit from. That's not really quit from social media, but not too much. So thanks. I think that's all I'm gonna say. That just do optimism nihilism. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you really like to search more about optimism nihilism. That's really works. That maybe really was in your life too. Thank you.